Today on The Explainer, we're tackling a question that traps so many of us. How do you actually forgive yourself? You know the commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. But what if you're your own worst enemy? And that's the real problem, isn't it? What if the person you just can't forgive is you?
That guilt, it's more than a feeling. It's a spiritual prison, and it keeps you from true freedom.
A powerful story from the Bible about this Samaritan woman shows this burden perfectly.
I mean, her past completely defined her. She was an outcast, totally isolated by shame.
But then Jesus showed up. He knew everything and offered her radical acceptance, not judgment.
And just like that, her identity shifted. She went from being an outcast to a joyful witness. Her story points to a huge truth. Our hearts can be cleansed from a guilty conscience. Okay, but how does that actually work? Let's try a modern courtroom analogy to explain it. The judge says the debt is paid, but the man believes his accuser and chooses to stay a prisoner. So even though he's technically free, he's living in a prison of its own making.
So in this story, God is the judge, and Satan is the accuser. The real danger? Believing the accuser.
And the accuser's number one weapon is unforgiveness, especially when it's directed at yourself. The Bible calls this a foothold. It's basically an open door for the accuser to get in. So when you refuse God's forgiveness, you're actually agreeing with the accuser's charges. So that's the real battle, right? It's your feelings of guilt versus God's final verdict.
So what do? The Bible says to appeal to a higher court. God is bigger than your heart.
This isn't about trying to feel forgiven. It's about choosing to stand on God's truth no matter what.
It's a battle of faith, believing God's judgment over the haunting voice of the accuser.
The verdict is in. You have been declared free. The only question is, will you walk out of the cell?